Hello everyone, it's Kara and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am coloring my drawing using only colors of the rainbow. You know, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and no browns, grays, or blacks. I am using mostly colors from Spectrum Noir's Pride collection, but I did swap out a red for a pink and a yellow for a lighter pink. You can use the code KARA10 to get 10% off your order, and I will leave a link to the website down below. To start off this drawing, I am adding in my highlights because I just like to do that first. And then I am starting on the skin. Now, seeing as I'm drawing people and normally I like to use earthy tones for skin colors, I had to make my own. I started off with an orange base. You're just gonna have to trust the process. And then I went over it with a purpley color, and I try to keep the colors somewhat similar in lightness, if that makes sense. And I had to layer these colors multiple times in order to get more of a smooth finish. As you can see here, the face was not quite as smooth as the neck area in that clip. Then, once I had a smooth finish, it was time for shadows, and in this case I am using the darkest purple and the darkest blue I had to add shadows. Later on, I did end up using green and red for my deeper shadows because those made brown too, and the blue was just a little bit too blue for my liking. I wanted to have some smooth transitions on the face, so here you can see me doing this little wispy technique, I guess is what I would call it. I don't really know how to describe it aside from maybe like pressing hard on the paper and then lifting up quickly. And then I go in with my lighter purple to help blend those shadows out. I used that same wispy technique on the blush, and doing this technique just helps the colors blend a little bit more smoothly. I was honestly loving how the purple shadows were looking on this character, so I decided not to go any deeper than that. That's just her shadows. I like the purple. I wanted her partner's skin color to be slightly different, but in the end it didn't really matter. They both look very similar. But for her skin color, I ended up laying down the pink base, and I went over that with a green color. The same concept as the red over the green or the green over the red, but just lighter. And once again, I am layering those two colors up to create more of a smooth finish. I did not mention this earlier, but using circular motions will help reduce the amount of streaks you might see, so if you plan to use this technique, I recommend using circular motions. Now, if you haven't caught on already, these two are based off of rainbows and thunderstorms, and there's a reason for that. I just have always associated rainbows with thunderstorms. This is because when I was at a summer camp called OASC, I remember one of my counselors making a sign that said, "After every thunderstorm, a rainbow appears." I was about 13 years old when I saw this, and I was going through a really hard time, so this really stuck out to me. To me, that quote was basically saying that I would eventually find my peace after the pain, or my joy after the sadness, and it really meant a lot. So yeah, when I was sitting here thinking of what to draw and I thought of rainbows and thunderstorms, I could not resist the urge to put them together as a couple. I mean, there can be no rainbow without moisture or rain, right? So they have to go together. They have to. Oh, and by the way, I have named them Iris and Storm, so yeah, I hope you guys like Iris and Storm. I do really want to draw them together again someday, though I will make some adjustments to the colors because I obviously couldn't use my entire range of colors here. I used 12 markers to create this piece. I have absolutely no idea what to do for their outfits, but you know, I'll figure that out eventually. I've already given Celine like that iridescent dress, and I really want to give it to Iris too, but I might have to do something else because I don't want two of my characters to have the same clothes, you know? Back to the drawing. Here I am working on the rainbow, and I had to giggle a little bit. I had accidentally made the pansexual flag, which is not only fitting because this is a pride piece, but also because I identify as pansexual myself, so it's extra fitting. I did end up going back and adding a strip of orange between the pink and the yellow, and a strip of green between the yellow and the blue, and of course purple on both sides. So I kind of ruined that, but it was fun for the time being. And of course, as always, it's not a Creative Kara piece without my signature stars and sparkles. I add all my sparkles with a white Gellyroll pen, and while we are on the topic about materials, I do want to let you all know that I always have my materials listed in the pinned comment. That way you all can find out what I use. I don't believe in gatekeeping materials. And that's about it for this drawing. I really hope you all love Iris and Storm and enjoyed this video. And just a reminder to use code KARA10 to get 10% off your Spectrum Noir order. As always, I will see you all in the next video. Bye!